Ron, you're coming off a really, really big game against Utah. How do you kind of take what you did in that game and then bring it to Cal and really the rest of the season?
Yeah, I think you just kind of keep doing what you're doing, take all the proper takeaways from practice and everything you did right and keep trying to, focus on what you're doing right and fix what you're doing wrong, obviously, but look at a lot of the bright sides and playing fast and things like that.
We were talking to Coach Banker yesterday, and he said that his first impression of you is that you talk a lot. Do you kind of try and take that into a bit of a leadership role and be that vocal presence on the defense?
Yeah, I've always talked a lot since I was younger, so it's like that's kind of how I've developed my style of leadership. I'm the loud, energetic. I'm gonna get in your face like let's go type of leader. I have that ability to be serious and be real stern, but I like to be more energetic and uplifting for the most part.
Is there a guy that maybe you've seen on the practice field that hasn't played much this year, whether it's a freshman or someone still kind of working up the depth chart, that you think Coug fans should remember the name for going forward in the next couple of years?
That's we got Cisco. He's been out there killing it on special teams. So I wouldn't doubt when he's getting his spot on linebacker that it's any different. He's a tough physical kid and he plays really hard. So we're excited to watch him play.
What do you think distinguishes you physically from maybe other edge rushers? What do you kind of hang your hat on? What sets you apart?
I'd say that I'm pretty well-rounded, just in the sense of, I'm physical enough, I could be there in the run, tight end, I could do 6, I could do things like that. And then I'm athletic enough to really affect the quarterback in the pass as well,
Reflecting on 2019 when you broke out a little bit, what can you do now that you weren't able to do back then?
One of the bigger things that people don't really take into account is just weight, Back in 2019, I was probably about 215, I'm 240 right now. So it's really just that weight discrepancy of being able to lean on guys and finish plays different ways because of that more weight and being able to have more power.
I don't know if you saw, but I think right now you're the 5th highest graded defender in all of the Pac-12, according to Pro Football Focus. Is that, something I guess you would expect for yourself? Does that come out as a surprise at all? Had you heard that?
I don't really know how that grading works. I don't know what it's graded on, but if it's grade off of me doing my job, then I guess I'm doing something right. So I try to keep looking forward to doing what I'm doing right. So,
Ron, how do you stay positive right now?
It's just kind of, it's hard every day. It's something it's a constant battle every morning. You get to choose whether or not you're going to be, what kind of day you're going to have. So early in the morning I wake up and I just try to get going a little bit. As soon as I'm in the locker, I wake up, alarm goes off, try to turn it off immediately, get up, and then try to keep the ball rolling from there. I think if you start fast, you're ultimately going to let that momentum carry you out throughout the most of the day. Not to say you're not going to have good and bad days, but as long as you have the approach to have a great day, you're going to do a lot better at it.
How do you turn things around and try and start winning football games again right now?
Finishing, consistency and finishing, playing a complete game, one of the things that we said earlier, we're playing a football game, not a football half, so it's just that conscious effort to play each quarter and finish each quarter out and each play.
Is that something you do as a team, or is that something you individually work on mentally?
Me personally, or kind of just
just how do you make sure that everybody is playing a football game and not a football half, like
right?
You said?
It's definitely just one of those conscious decisions and efforts. I wouldn't say that people have the wrong intent. I don't think anyone in that locker room is coming out here and saying, I'm not feeling it this quarter. But kind of just staying focused and not letting up. Not getting comfortable in those situations. And just kind of keeping your foot on the gas and keep driving forward.
What do you guys have to do defensively to beat Cal on Saturday?
Same thing as we do all games. Play physical, be the most physical team up front, takeaways, win on money down, and stop the run. So it's just a combination of things. That's any game, no matter what the week is. So it's just being the most physical team up front, stopping the run, and then ultimately when they're dropping back to pass, affecting the quarterback.
You guys played better last week than you did 2 weeks ago against USC. Is that the progress? Are you making strides? Are you taking steps?
Right. Yeah, that's definitely something where we looked back as a defense and said, we're doing a lot of things right this game. What are we going to do to make sure that we're still doing that? To keep elevating our game and our progress.
Thank you.
With the turnovers, this has been a team that was one of the leaders in the Pac-12 in the nation in terms of takeaways at this point in the season. Is it just sort of a randomness to when it comes to takeaways, or is it something you're really trying to go out and force?
Right. No, it's a conscious effort. That's one of the things that we emphasize every day. Takeaways, strip attempts, catching the ball when it's thrown to you, things like that. One of the things that we always say is the offense isn't just going to give you the ball. You got to take it away, right? So it's just ultimately having that conscious effort to be like, okay, ball's right there. Let me rip at it. Let me try to, pick it off. Let me do my job, whatever I could do to get the ball back for our offense.
We talked a little bit about kind of your energy, liveliness. Where does that come from in your background? Where did you pick that up from? Family thing? Or?
Yeah, I think it's just really competitive family and really energetic. My mom, she's a lot of energy. Anyone that ever meets her is like, oh, I see where he gets it from, and things like that. So it's just kind of that. I kind of grew up in high energy and I kind of kept it going. I've always been super cheerful and excited to be places. So I think I was just kind of born with that kind of mindset and grew up in it kind of, I don't really know how to, I don't know.
You see that translating onto the after you make big plays, or does it help you make big plays like that? Does it translate into the field?
I would say that it helps just momentum in general. Not for me specifically, but energy's contagious. If you have one guy getting hyped for one play, then someone else can be like, oh, yeah, let's all get hyped. Let's all do this. And then it's just, now you got the whole defense going crazy and things like that.
Talk a little bit about, weight over the last couple of years, adding that on. Anything else, any other, things you've added to your rep that you're able to do now?
Right. It's a lot of just experience too. Yeah, weight's a big factor, but it's also being able to see a lot of the pictures I've seen before, having more game experience and game reps to be able to think back and understand, oh, I've been here before, I could do this. Oh, I've been here. Oh, this is what that looks like again. Just a lot of repetition and experience.